Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is first person tutor speaking. Ah, now, naturally, I am the familiar voice and face of We Still Learn, right? So, I did quite a bit of a bit of a tutorial. I tend to do this every Friday. I call it Freebie Fridays, right? And my God, it is extremely on the sunnier side of life. Um, I just felt a bit of my shirt there, and yeah, I have to put it in the wash. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to wear this twice. I would like to, but it's not looking feasible, right? So I'm trying to switch your wardrobe. By the way, look at this question we're looking at here. Now I'm going to do some mental mathematics, right? This is something that I tend to do from time to time. Um, you know, I'm going to try. Let me give. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me see. Well, that's not too bad. Let me try again. Ah, all right. Let me scroll down a little bit. Scroll down a little bit. Let's see. Right. So we have a little bit more of a focused look on this question now, right? I do apologize for the noise in the background, sincerely. But I do hope my noise cancellation kicks in. I do hope so. Okay. So, where was I? So, we have 8 minus 2x minus 8 in bracket is equal to 16. Now, 8 minus a is equal to 16, right? Now, if we do the math again, we're going to add a to both sides. So now we have 16 plus a is equal to 8, right? And so we're going to minus 16 from both sides. So a is going to be equal to 8 minus 16, right? So if a is equal to 8 minus 16, a is equal to negative 8, right? Now I use a so that I can replace 2x minus 8 for a, right? Now, if that's the case, then 2x minus 8 is equal to minus 8. We're going to add 8 to both sides, and that becomes, whoa, is that what I think it is? So, let's go again. 2x minus 8 is equal to minus 8. We add 8 to both sides. 2x is equal to 0. If 2x is equal to 0, we divide both sides by 2. 2x divided by 2 equals 0 divided by 2. X is equal to 0. Right. If x is equal to 0, 0 minus 8, your answer becomes minus 8. 8 minus minus 8 becomes 8 plus 8, resulting in 16. X is equal to 0. Now, again, a lot of that was mental mathematics, and I will be teaching my students how to do this sort of mental mathematics. So we'll be doing a lot of, mental ability, puzzle solving, right? So we're not just doing the traditional, oh yeah, we're going to be learning mathematics in isolation. We're going to blend things together so that, there is significance to the learning experience. Yeah. So, anyhow, I think that was a bit of fun, right? Now, I'm going to try and find our Google form. So, let me type in google.com and let me, aha, oh, I must mind my manners, right? Because I did want to show my face just a little bit, even though we want to primarily focus on the material and the content itself, right? Whoa, yes, apologies. Look at that. You see? You can see me. You know, there's a real person here. Maybe I might want to do this a little bit later. when when the divine light is not hitting me quite exactly square, right? So yes, let me minimize myself. All right, here we are. So we're doing a Google, Google. Yeah, we're doing a Google search on ourselves. First person tutor. All right, let's do that. Oh, look at that. This is exactly what you would type. Type that in. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. It just brought us up immediately. I'm low key jealous of my other well, my other page should be jealous of this page. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, this is exactly the kind of result I wanted. Let me try this again with We Still Learn. Can this happen for We Still Learn? Let us see. Let us try and type the individual words and let's see if it comes out like that. No, you see? No. You see that? You see, it doesn't work for us. Right? So we have to actually include that in our SEO so that if in case anybody decides to type it separately, it will bring it up. So let's see. Look at that. August 11. Okay. You can find We Still Learn on YouTube under their handle or by searching for hashtag We Still Learn, where they share educational content, math concepts, board games, and chess training shorts. Look at that. Right? So, yeah, you can still find us, right? It's just that, yeah, it was so immediate with first person tutor. It was so immediate. Like you do this, right? And it just takes you to us. Like, come on. Okay. Alright, so we're here. Now, I'm going to be straightforward, right? You go to the YouTube, you find the WhatsApp, you click on the writing in blue, right? We have a scroll. Let's scroll. The first thing you see is the Google form. The first writing in blue is the Google form. So if you're interested in classes, forget all the other links below. Click on the first link you see. The first link you see, that's the one that you use to sign up for class. Here we go. And if you notice, there's not much of a, it's not so different from the We Still Learn page, right? Not so different. Yeah. All right. Boy, them really like expose people, Dear Lord. Fine. Let's use one of my. Okay. For the love of everything I know. You know what? No. Don't autofill. Why are you autofilling? Suppose my name wasn't there. I have to type something. Alright. I'm thinking of an email that I've not used before. Alright, fine. I'm just going to do this. Just for. Alright, again, same process. A parent can sign up for multiple kids. When you get to the end of the form, after submitting it, it will ask if you'd like to submit another response. You click on that, and it allows you to go back to page 1 and you enter the form again, but for another student, right? Or if you're signing up for multiple people. Let's say you and a group of your friends who are adult learners, you can sign up for them, and there we go. Now, if you're an adult, right? Let's say you would write your name twice. So you write it on the parent's name and student's name. Once you do that, I know that you're an adult learner. So once your name is duplicated, once I see your name down twice, that makes you an adult learner, so that when you go down here, you must select adult. Right? So anytime I see a person's name duplicated, then they must also go to the grade level and select adult. And that is true for first person tutor, Google form, and we still learn, right? Now if you're an adult, you don't need to put the student what I mean, you could, just to make it simple. I mean, if you put down your name twice, you can put down your number twice. So put down your name twice, your number twice, that's how I know you're an adult. But otherwise, if you're not and you are sending your child to school, right? Let's say right? And then of course your number and your child's number will be very important, because screenshots, homework, all of those things will be sent to both of you, right? Both for first person tutor and we still learn. And that's a lot of work, but I tell you, teachers have as much work as the students, I tell you, because you have to find the homework and make sure that it's relevant and that it's helpful to them understanding. And yeah, it's a lot, and then imagine teachers in the actual classroom who have to submit lesson plans all the time. No, it's not. People think they know what teaching is. They don't. They really don't. So anyhow, I made the numbers optional, but it's best to enter your number so that I know exactly what parent is signing up for what child, or what person I need to be contacting, and updating with all the correspondence that we're gonna have regarding classes and any adjustments or any yeah. So for the purpose of communication, we'll need parent and student WhatsApp number in the event that you're sending a child. But if it's just you that I'm dealing with as an adult learner, you're right your number twice, and or just once if you feel like. Anyway, I'm just going to go through the motions. Alright, these are for the online classes. Yes, now naturally if you're in Jamaica, you're local, you just select that. If you're anywhere else, you will either type other or whatever, right? You select Google Meets if you have that as your preference. It is fine, because I'll find a way to combine both of them. It's not something I haven't done before, so there we go. And then this, again, the easiest part of the form. I'm actually gonna add something to both first person tutor and we still learn. I'm gonna add the option of selecting one-on-one or group sessions. I'm going to do that because I know for a fact that there are going to be parents that will ask if you have one-on-one classes. So I can't run away from it. If there's a demand, I can't run away from it. So let's, for the sake of argument, select afternoons, right? So whatever you select once, you continue selecting. So we don't select afternoons, mornings, then evenings. If you pick afternoons, we stick with afternoons. If we pick evenings, we stick with evenings. If we pick mornings, we stick to the mornings. So therefore, if we're selecting morning up here, we go to here and select morning again, and we pick either A or B for the morning. We go to the afternoon. you select the afternoon. Now instead of A and B, you pick between C and D, right? And if you're selecting evenings, you go down here, you select evenings, right? And again, you will select one of the 3 times for evenings. That will be all, right? So, you know, we're just showing the correct way to go about doing this. Ooh. No, this is a little bit different. This is a drop down. Oh. Ah, that's funny. Maybe I need to make this a little bit more like I might need to make the adjustment. Like I might want to copy how it was done on We Still Learn and have it done here. So instead of it being a drop down, I mean, nothing is wrong with it being a drop down, but the idea that you can, because this now makes it where you can only select one. You don't really get the option of selecting multiple, you know. So maybe I want to make that adjustment here, right? So that's something that I will fix. And of course, by the time you see another updated video regarding this Google form, and who knows, maybe I can actually do it now. Like, I can actually do that now, but boy, I really want to take up everybody's time like that. So I'll fix it before the day is out. Before the day is out. In fact, by the time I'm ready to go face, no, I can't do that. So I need the help of all the people, the lovely people that are going to be coming to my classes in the future. I want to get 100 followers on Facebook. I don't need more than that. If I get more than that, that would be great. But I just need 100. I'm at the questionable number 69, right? And the idea is that I need 31 more followers before I can start going live on Facebook on First Person Tutor. So far I can only go live on YouTube, TikTok, but I can't do it on Facebook as of yet, right? So that's something that I'd like to work on doing. But I definitely want to make that adjustment here for page 3. I have to do that. Because, I mean, I like this, but it's a bit limited in terms of its scope. So I'm going to copy the idea that I have on We Still Learn and apply it to over here. Anyhow, the idea is what you select up here, you select down here. Right? So this way, this is your subject, this is the cost of subject, and then you decide how many days in the week you'd like to do this. So, you know, this makes it 3 for the week, 6 for the week, 9 for the week, 12 for the week, depending on how many days you would like, right? So that is entirely optional, that sort of thing. Remember what I said here, you can type in your bank in particular. So if you don't see a bank there, you can, well, for the, you know, come on now. Right, yeah, there we go. Let's click on next. You see, so there's a más o menos, something that I need to do on We Still Learn is available on First Person Tutor and vice versa. So there's something, so I need to add this to We Still Learn, and the idea of how the subjects are structured on We Still Learn, I need to apply that to this page. So hopefully after, and boy, I have so much work to do. I have so much work to do. It is painful, because guess what? Let me just say this. Not only have I that responsibility, right? I have to create a video that gets straight to the point about filling out the form, like what I'm doing here, except in a much, you know, contained and compressed manner, right? So I need to do that video, and then upon doing that video, I need to now add that video as a header of every page, so that whenever you get to a section and you're stuck on whatever is going on, it will instruct you on how to fill out page 1, 2, 3. Page 1, 2, and 3 compulsory. This is the optional page, right? So therefore, see the pinned videos regarding this optional section. Just to keep a long story short, you select no for everything if you're not interested, right? Remember what I told you? Look at that, look at that. You see, I was supposed to fix that over at, listen man. But anyway, I didn't select yes, so I can ignore that. But you could select yes, and then you decide, you know, what you're interested in viewing, and then you can, so you can select no, yes, no, or all no's, and then you just click submit. And then here's the beautiful thing, you can say submit another response, and there we are, right? Like you never left. So I believe that is it. I do not think I want to go through that again. Right? But what I am going to do, I'm going to make a dedicated video just for this, and I want to finalize every single update before I make the video. So once I've created the final draft, I'm going to make a video about that and attach them to each of the Google Forms. That means I have to make one for We Still Learn, one for First Person Tutor. Yeah, I have my work cut out for me. It's the life that the teachers have chosen, you know, the ones where it's like if you work for, you know, institutions, you have a lot of work, and if you work for yourself, you have even more work. There you go. So I believe personally that is it. Oh, I was in the way. I was in the way of a lot of things. Somebody could have told me. What time is it now? Alright, we have 8 minutes. Right? I can't believe I was in the way. I was in the way. Alright, let me speed blitz. So right, the parent can put their WhatsApp number here. Right, you can put your WhatsApp number there. I don't know. Right, you can put your child's WhatsApp number there too, because both of you are going to get the homework. So right, and chances are once your names are different, you're going to select either primary or high, right? So that way we know what level we're working with, right? You select your preference in terms of online. Naturally, if you're in Jamaica, you're selecting this right here. Of course, select mornings, right? So we're going to be consistent. If we select mornings, we select mornings. If we select afternoons, then everything. So it's like a waterfall, right? It starts from up here and it flows right down, right? So afternoon, then afternoon, then afternoon. You just pick one of the time slots that works for you, and there you go, right? So page 2 is pretty easy to understand. I am also going to add the option of do you prefer group or face-to-face? No, group or one-on-one. I blundered and I apologize, but I can own it, right? I review my games, so I understand when I have blundered. I've seen myself do it. That's why I copy my PGN and I put it in Leechess, and then I ask for the computer analysis, and then at the end of it I see all the inaccuracies I made. I say, oh, I had 5 inaccuracies, but then they'll tell me, well, you had 1 miss but 0 blunders. So it will tell me how well I did on some games and other games not. Anyway, a choice between one-on-one or group sessions. That's important to put here. I'm also going to put that on We Still Learn as well. You know, again, because options are important. So, after all, even when you're learning how to play chess, you understand that chess is not just about strategy, tactics, or position. Chess is about optimal decision making. Not just making a decision, making the best decision. That's the idea. So if you can improve your decision making, then of course you'll be on your way to applying that throughout your life. So with that being said, that's why I provide the option of the group, the small group session, of the one-on-one. So therefore you work with what works for you. Right? Because bishops like an open board. Knights don't mind when the board is a little bit closed because they can jump around. Right? Alright, remember I needed to make an adjustment for these, and I'm going to do that in due course. But whatever you select here, you select the same down here. You select the number of days you would like. I need to add the optional parts here, like Saturday and Sunday, purely optional because you don't necessarily have to be there on the weekends. You can if you want, right? Let's do this. Although I could also say this, you know, we have many banks, why not? And this is the thank you for completing the form. Right? Once you get to page 4, you can just select no for everything and then just press submit. Now you can sign up for the other stuff if you want. You can press submit. Voila. I do apologize if I blocked it out the first time. I apologize. I hope this resolves that problem. Alright. Also, if you are signing up for somebody else, whether it is multiple children or multiple of your adult friends, what do? Click on submit another response, and yeah, we just enter another name. There we go. So I believe that handles everything. Again, when I'm doing this once again, I'm not going to, alright, so it's not like I'm not going to be doing this again live. I will, but maybe I'll make a much shorter video. I'll probably make a much shorter video. So we're almost at the 30-minute mark, so hey. Do I not feel divine? Don't I just? Yeah, so I do hope that this was again productive, instructional, meaningful. I'm going to be making updates. Look for pinned videos, look for featured videos. Please look for updates. I'm going to be doing skits, so I'm not just making content about mathematics, about chess, but also I'm going to be doing skits. So please look out for this because it's going to be fun, and the idea is for it to be fun and you learn something from it as well. Because a lot of people, they have these arguments about what piece is the better piece, and like a bishop and a knight kind of argument, and I disagree with everybody because, you know, if we're going to be for real, every piece is dominant in the hands of the strongest player, and so there is no better piece. All pieces are threats and poses problems for your opponents should you be the stronger player. Right? So anyhow, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This has been First Person Tutor speaking, and that's all for the proceedings. That's it. So until next time, you'll probably see Facebook Live. Who knows? But I can't do that on this page. But we'll compensate. We'll compensate. So anyway, we don't quite say goodbye. But until next time, right? Until next time.